Do you want to see more original characters in Rivals 2? Do you think the community can do a better job than us at moving the genre forward? Well, we gave creators that chance with the Rivals 2 Steam Workshop contest. Creators had 6 months to create an original character, with the winner being officially added to Rivals 2. Our development team played and reviewed over 80 submissions and ranked our favorites based on gameplay, visuals, and lore. Along with our winner, we chose 4 honorable mentions. Helios, the Unstoppable Piece. Owatsu, the Saponaceous Serpent. Yono, the Carrier's Honor. Badra, the Golden Vagrant. And the winner of our contest is... Lorena, the Crowd Magnet. This wrestler won over both fans and our team. We can't wait to translate her grappling style to Rivals 2. We have just begun development on Lorena, but don't expect her soon. There are other characters already in development who will be joining before her. We are so happy with how this contest went, and we plan to keep embracing our amazing community going forward.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you for joining us. Got 3 of us here today, all joined through Discord. So just before we even start, let us know in the chat if like any audio is weird or something else. We can tweak that. I just got out of the shower. It's morning.
Same.
It's morning for me and Steven. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. I think Giik is later in the day.
Yeah, how's it like in the past?
Yeah, we're global. We're a global conglomerate, Ether Studios, spanning time zones. But yeah, Ash is great. It's everything's good over here still.
We don't have the flying cars yet.
Anyway, we showed you guys the trailer again. Oh, the audio is doubled, we're getting told? Is that for everyone? Before I get way into things, I'd like to fix that. Okay.
No, they were just trolling us.
Oh my god, I'm obviously a rube. Anyway, I'm Etalus, the community director, and then you guys can officially introduce yourselves if you'd want. You want to go, SBS?
Yeah, sure. I am the esports manager and also do community management work for Ether Studios. I've been with the team since 2020, but I've been running tournaments since like 2015.
I'm Giik.
Amazing. Yeah.
I'll do a little more detail than that. I've been a programmer for Rivals of Ether since 2020, and I've been doing a lot of workshop stuff before that, and pretty much how it's been for the last 4 years or so.
Yeah, and you created Malo, who is now in the game. Yeah, like so. Long.
Oh boy.
First came from workshop, at least for us. Yeah. And you've got your own game now too, which is very cool, and we have a crossover.
Oh
with
yeah.
Settle Moon. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Play my game. Give me money.
Anyway, yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. We just wanted to chat about the workshop tournament again. I think like in the tweet we were like, there's just so much to gush about because there's so many cool characters to highlight, and like we tried to do like bi-weekly highlights for a lot of this year and like show off some more characters, and then we still have like some of our like top favorites even on the dev team still like didn't get shown, so we're like, oh my gosh, like we got to talk about the contest some more. Like this is just neat. So we showed the trailer again. I'm guessing most of you have already seen the trailer, the reveal trailer, before this stream, but we thought it'd be nice to just anchor the conversation. And yeah, Lorena was the winner.
Bug gang, represent.
Yeah. She was by far the most like highly voted on the dev team. It was like a small ballot because there was like just three categories to judge by. It was like 1 to 10 points for gameplay, 5 points for visuals, and then 5 points for like lore, story, like expansion, like fit, like kind of like a catch-all
Right.
category. And yeah, we're just really excited about her, to have her in the game. I think that I would actually really like to have and sorry if I butchered their names because I only read them, I don't say them out loud normally, but Savvy and Onyx, Savvy, the creators of Lorena. I'd love to have them on and do like a interview stream as well, maybe next week or something too, to talk about the contest a little more. But today is going to be about kind of honorable mentions that are like not even known to everyone. So yeah.
We're gonna be talking about all the losers. I mean,
The people in the bracket of alternate success. Remember when they started calling the losers bracket that?
Wait, what? Was that a thing?
Yeah, people started calling it the bracket of alternate success because they're like, we don't want to call people losers.
the they tried bracket.
Yeah. No, but in all seriousness, like
Yeah, I mean, there was around 80 submissions, and there was a
80.
lot of really good ones.
Yeah, there's actually over 100. I think there was only 80 like viable. Like we had to disqualify some that were like skibbity toilet and whatever, like.
It's civil.
A few of my favorite ones didn't even get the honorable mention. It's how like difficult it was to judge, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of people on the team, a lot of judging, and not everything was unanimous. It was everyone liked the character that won. Some people was like, yes, this is the best one, and it was a unanimous, this character's great. And then there was still other people saying like, these other characters are great too. We think that they should be in the running and all that. But and it just goes to show like how many talented like creators there are out there, because there's definitely a lot of discussion, I guess, between the entire team, because it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Discussion's one way to put it.
Oh, we were heated because the characters were so good. The level of polish was incredible. I would say too, obviously not everyone's been around like forever, but when we did the first workshop and we added the workshop 4 to Rivals, there was really not that many that were at like the level of like a possible winning character, right? There was like a lot. Right. There was like some that were clearly way ahead of the pack, and like it was a little easier to judge that in that way. And we're like trying to fit elements, stuff like that too. In this one, we were like very, very wide on the element. Obviously, like there was one of our honorable mentions was male, so like we were open to whatever. And we had a lot of debates.
Airmail.
Yeah, I get it. We were open. We were talking about like how it's gonna fit into the world, like all these different options. So yeah, there was so much good polish and all this stuff that it was a really tough choice. But yeah, we each brought. I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna be trying to field questions because I'd also like this to be obviously answer your guys' Q&As about stuff, and then Giik and SBS are gonna be playing some of their top like favorites, and we'll go through and just highlight these characters. So I think we'll just get started, and then we'll hang out and we'll play. So I'm gonna flip to the game screen, and you guys can kick it off.
Yeah. So I want to point out, somebody in the chat said, were there any turf wars in the team? Yes, absolutely.
There were.
Yes, there was.
There really were.
Like, people put like names of characters in their nickname, and they were fucking rooting for it.
Yeah. There was like, Lorena, esports line, Jamie, and stuff like that in our server. And,
some of the devs have actually had like changed their mains in Rivals. Like Joe was talking to me and he was saying like, I used to main Hodan until Lorena.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like he loves this character. So yeah. Cool. Whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah. SBS, who are you going as first?
You know.
Do I know?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know.
For the people.
For the people.
But we'll go. So Zoog was obviously a workshop community favorite, but was not legal for this contest because was created in 2021. But everyone's asking for Zoog, so
Zoog, sweet baby!
We give the people what they want.
for
Sweet.
you, the people.
Our pellets are too similar. I can't tell who's who.
You mean you can't tell Zoog?
There's 2 Zoogs! That's too many!
Yeah, so the contest obviously was characters were only eligible if they were created during, or at least the vast majority of their development was during the contest announcement period. I saw someone asking if there's going to be, I guess, yeah, right now I'm just a disembodied voice also because I have you guys' cameras on screen because you're playing and not mine, which is kind of weird, but that's how I set it up.
Voice.
Anyway, yeah. Additional contests for Rivals 2, like maybe a costume contest. Yeah, I think we definitely could see stuff like that in the future.
Yeah.
We want to even eventually do proper workshop for Rivals 2 years down the road. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, contests are actually, we even did a little bit. So with the Kickstarter, there was a way, it was like a mega tier, you know. So with the Kickstarter, you could design your own skin. So we have concepted and created 3 skins that people asked for. So it's, you know, that could also turn into something like a contest in the future too. Some really cool stuff.
I got 3 stock to Zoog.
You know, I'm a Zoog main, so.
Yeah.
Secret
Alright.
hidden.
I like how
Zoog
Zoog was on their own page even.
Oh yeah, Zoog stands alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I think we cut you off a little there, George.
No, that's fine. I think I was done talking. Now people are in the chat and they're like, it's Zoog and like Skibbity Toilet stream. So I'm sorry.
So we're done with the Zoog now. We gave the people what they want, but we're gonna talk about some of the eligible characters that were, you know, also considered and looked at pretty heavily.
Yeah.
My first one is Mako.
Yeah.
Really like this character. A lot of really cool normals and aerials, and also the little skeleton, little man, pretty great. The one downside for me personally was that I use tilt stick and can't control the negative edge of the skeleton if you use tilt stick.
Yeah.
But otherwise, character's super cool. He's got a cool little down air that like slides along the ground if you land with it. The neutral air does this like little X and then point down. Cloud up air, and then what is this? Kind of like a bigger Forsburn back air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
Somebody in the chat said you can double tap for tilt stick.
Oh, you can double tap for tilt stick. Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
not negative edge, just double tap now.
Okay, yeah. On the Steam page, it still says tilt stick doesn't work for it. So that was something I just used A button for it. So that's really cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it works for tilt stick, this guy wins instead.
No, I still don't think he wins, but he's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. So someone did ask like how the voting process went, and yeah, there was a scale 1 to 10 based on gameplay. Was like very heavily, like the gameplay and game feel was like very heavily weighted. Visuals were obviously included, but like we realized that, you know, we're gonna change the character a lot, translating them to 3D, and also if someone has a good base of something, like we can read the animations and things like that, it certainly helps, but gameplay is more important, and the lore and the story too. So yeah, nothing like actually like oh, this feature doesn't work with like keyboard or something versus this. It's gonna like disqualify a character ever.
Yeah. We also didn't really look at balance a whole lot, because workshop characters gonna be balanced however they want.
Yeah.
You can't really predict how they're gonna stack up against the base cast, especially in Rivals 2, when everything is completely different.
Yeah, and one thing about balance is like a lot of times like the really broken ones are really fun to play as, and like what we look at for when we make a new character on our end, it's like the balance will come after the game feel. So like if something's fun to play as, we'll let it be broken while we're making it, and then we'll like nerf it as needed, as opposed to making something a little too weak and then trying to figure out how to make it fun to play as.
Yeah. Make it fun first. It's advice. So
Yes.
anyway, Silica, best character. My favorite.
A favorite, like sleeper of the devs, honestly. So we're not gonna. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Geek, but I just want to say before you get into Silica that like people have been asking like, oh, how's the voting? Tell us like who scored what to what. So there was like a big spreadsheet, and obviously all these scores averaged out. But I don't think we're gonna say today ever like, oh, this character was like 14th or something, and this is why. But we will talk about like stuff in general. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry, but yeah, there's
Silica's just the best.
large score sheet. She was one of
If
she was
I
one
had
of the
to
favorites.
would be the winner, but I'm not Dan, so. Lorena's still fine.
Silica's your number one, personally.
Yeah,
Silica was
absolutely.
also actually my number one.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a little rebellion going on in the dev team.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Look
I
at her
also love Lorena, so like I was okay with the actual final choice, right?
Yeah, Lorena's extremely good too.
But yeah, go ahead and talk about Silica.
Okay, cool. Silica. I like sand. Her gimmick is really neat. Like, it's complex, but really easy to intuit. Like, we did like judging stuff a few months ago, and like just yesterday I went through all the characters that we did just to remind myself of who's what. And Silica's just like, okay, what does she do again? Oh yeah, this. That's it. It's very simple, but it's very powerful. I think the only like big thing I would change, I guess, I don't want to do this for a bunch of characters. They're all good, but like just give her a strong hitbox on the regular one.
Oh yeah, like right in front, like where her like finger is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Wait,
it
it does.
does have a little hitbox.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of like something that like makes you unpunishable if it gets hit, right?
Yeah.
But super cool character. A lot of neat things like using the sand to push people away. I love the Bayonetta style of like when you use sand, it kind of comes off of like the character's body. Like when you up special, for example, like you can see what the character actually looks like.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff like that.
I wish you could see them without the sand a little more. It looks like the design's really cool, but you only get this one pose.
I mean, that's a cool thing about these characters. When they leave you like wanting more, you know it's well done. You're like, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people are asking in the chat about like Rivals 2 Q&A stuff. Yeah, we can talk a little bit about that.
Sure.
After, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like later. And then we also have the dev ticket stream tomorrow, so we'll probably do more Rivals 2 stuff there.
Let me shoot you with a gun.
Oh, yeah. Hit me with the gun.
Yeah, the sand gun.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's an extremely slow projectile. Which I guess makes sense, she's not a projectile character.
But also, like, slow projectiles don't necessarily mean bad. It means that they can control some space, right?
Yeah.
You throw that out while then covering high yourself, and then you're covering, like, a lot of recovery options when someone's coming from off stage.
Yeah.
Kind of like how, like, Palm's notes, they're slow bouncers, but they are very, very good.
Yeah.
I nerf the notes so much.
I think a puppet character was also high on our list too, because it's unique design that like we don't have super fleshed out. So it is definitely interesting to get like a design space for that too, because we do have people are asking like when are these characters coming and stuff, and can we add the honorable mentions and stuff. And right now we're basically we're looking at, actually let me flip so I have the camera during this screen because we're just chatting, but yeah, Anyway, I was gonna say right now, we're planning. Someone did ask in chat, like, "Hey, are we going to add all the characters back in Rivals 1 and Rivals 2 from like the classic roster?" Which we get asked like all the time. And yes, the answer is yes. So if you think about, it's hard to say how many characters we'll add per year because adding a character is a big deal. But even if we did like 2 to 4 characters a year, right? We have 10 in the roster now. Original Rivals has 16 of our own characters. So that's 6 more characters to add. And that's 2 to 3 years of characters without Lorena and the other tons of other characters that we've thought of that are cool and we'd love to do. So yeah, right now we're only committed to, since Lorena won the contest, obviously Lorena's gonna go in. But yeah, it's definitely a ways out for anything else, like, you know, next character talking. You guys want to talk about Nell and Amanita?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll let Geek go first this time.
Nell is like, where do I even start with him? His animations are so cool. Like theming is really cool. I would see him as like a Dungeons rep because there's a bunch of like playgrads in that as well. Just, dude, the animation. That's the star of the show. That, I wouldn't say it's a hard carry. Not to say that the rest of the characters bad. They're still really good. But the animations are, they sell it.
Yeah, I think this was an early, like, super high rated character too for the team.
Yeah, I remember Trevor was really excited about this character for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh,
Not wanting to speak for like a bunch of other devs, but I remember this one like specifically came out of Trevor's mouth. Was like, this character's so cool.
like, you managed to make a character that has 3 knives at the same time and their attacks are still readable. Good job.
That's honestly what I was gonna say is so impressive. Like, you could with the tail and everything, like, it's so well done.
Also, this thing, the bell. That's cool. It's very flashy. I don't think I 100% understand what every nuance of that gimmick does, but Big Bell hit them, cool thing. Who cares? Meanwhile, Amanita mushrooms.
Yeah, so I'm usually someone that doesn't like puppet characters, but my first 2 characters I'm showing off are puppet characters, which goes to show that, like, maybe, like, for reference, I hate Peach in every Smash game, but I absolutely adore Palm. So, like, I've realized it's not necessarily the archetype of characters I dislike, but it's just more like how they're done, because I've come to find that puppet characters and Rivals are also quite fun. So, like, I don't know, like, this one's really neat. It's got, obviously a little Sporling guy that can come out of the ground. If you charge the strong attacks forward and up, they go further. You can also throw out little spores on the ground that will blow up over time, or you can, like, do like a down tilt and some other moves to blow it up right away. The side special, this little guy will eat you.
Lots of little guys.
Yeah,
I love a good little guy.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Amanita, just another character that just has a lot of really just cool animations, especially on the Sporling. Like, little mushroom with a sword is really cool to me.
Yeah.
Just plays very smoothly too. Like, you don't really need to like read a lot about the character besides like understanding like what sets off the mushrooms. So like it just otherwise feels really natural to play as. Things just kind of work, you know.
I also like Amanita's lore too, because it's cool to always have, you know, a villain corrupted.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. So, because a lot of them are like, even in our designs too, it's like, this is the protector of the forest, and like, this is the savior of the pond. And Amanita's like, yeah, she wants to kill you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you have a bunch
She
of
wants
like
to take
hero
over the
characters,
world.
You have a bunch of hero characters and also Claren.
Yeah. Claren's a VR chat character.
I love the organ music at the end of the like in the victory screen too. Great.
I think I saw Amanita's creators in chat, so thank you for the awesome submission. And also, I'm sorry I butchered your lore in my 2-sentence version, but I have read it, I promise.
Well, Amanita's the one that had that like crazy long video too, right? Like animated and everything.
Oh yeah, that was a really long trailer.
Which is cool. Like, in terms of like lore, I remember our production manager Matt was just like, "This one wins best lore," which is really cool. We might go back and play some of the characters that we have already talked about, but we're gonna go through a few of them, so don't feel bad if we only showed like a game of a character. We'll probably go back and play some like free play after we talk about them.
Especially with Silica.
Did any of you, someone asked in chat how we felt about Rosso, the bounty hunter. I believe that's the guy with the sniper rifle, right?
Yeah, that was the first highlight video that I edited.
Oh, yeah, a long time ago.
I think it was the first one at least. But yeah, super cool character. I don't know how it really, like, I'm not Dan, so I can't speak for, like, lore implications and stuff. But, like, I don't know how, like, having a gun affects, like, the Etherverse, you know?
I will say, it, like, we're open to it. Malo has a gun.
Flare gun is different.
But Malo's gun
It
is
is
like a flare
different.
gun, whereas, like, that's like a straight-up, like, sniper rifle. And...
Yeah, I know. I will say that I don't think there's any character that we were like, there's no way we can creatively get around this, that like the concept itself has qualified them.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't think that happened, but you're right. If Rosso did get like high enough to be higher considered, even, like, we would have had to do a lot of creative thinking. Because I don't know if we would have done a high-powered sniper rifle.
We probably would have needed to make it like a laser gun or something.
In our E game. Yeah.
Like a light gun? That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Regardless, I think Ether needs a gun. Just in general, there needs to be guns.
Yeah. Just more guns in your fighting game. I guess, yeah, I'll let you guys talk about, because these are, again, for people just joining in, because I know people are coming in late too, these are a lot of Giik and SBS's personal favorites, like also scored high on their list, because everything was a big average list that got averaged out, and then we all talked together about like the eventual winners. But yeah, you guys want to go into Rhubarb and Arquin?
Yeah, I'll go first this time because Giik went first last time.
Love it.
So Arquin, if you don't know me, my favorite animal is a penguin. I have a character that I have also designed for Dan to look at that is a penguin character. Dan hates penguins, but that didn't have anything to do with the decision here, obviously. But the creator actually references it in the Steam page, saying like it's definitely a puffin, Dan, not a penguin. But it's based after a rockhopper penguin, I think is what it was.
Yeah, they got the eyebrows.
Yeah, super cool character. Obviously has like the hammer swings, the up air, kind of like the maple slash like Shovel Knight, where you get some extra height from it. Cool things with this chain, which I'll go over in just a second, and then can also create a little rock here with a down B. It like has a gimmick, but it's also like super straightforward and easy to understand very quickly. The chain attaches, and if you run outside the realm, it just pops, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's several ways to put the chain on people. Like there's up special throws out of chain, you can grab that. I can release it by pushing attack and special at the same time. I just stepped in some poison.
You're standing in the poison.
Yeah.
The other gimmick.
If I do my neutral special to grab, it attaches a chain too. And so like this can be good because like I can bring you back to me after it sends you out of the area, or I can hit the attack and special to snap and get rid of it. And then the other cool thing that is a little like neat is you can attach a rock to, or a chain to the rock, and if that rock hits a component, then it does the same thing with like a special like blown up version of the rock. And other than that, it's just like really cool beaten attacks, and just feels really nice to hit people with, and also really good sound design on the mallet itself.
I was gonna say, I'm a sucker for the metal striking noise that Shovel Knight has it too. It's great.
Yeah. So, Rhubarb was very surprising. We didn't think a lot about her, like, before we actually gave her a shot, but when we started playing her, it's like, oh, this character's really good, actually. They're super charming. I love, like, the theming of them. I don't know if I can sum up their gimmick in one sentence. Stuff just kind of happens. They put down this poison puddle, and some moves interact with it, like a down strong can do that. It can move around. And also, F special enhances it? I don't see any visual enhancements, but I'm sure it's stronger. But besides that, she just poisons. Like, her physics and stuff are very Wario-esque, which is a weird niche, and I don't see a lot of people represent it. Like, she's got that weird sort of heavy floaty mix going on.
Yeah, Rhubarb was definitely on like a up there on like a level of polish again, where it's like,
yeah,
this is just really well done. And I think for us, what's cool about Rhubarb too is, like you said, just her whole character design. I think is something that maybe wouldn't normally come from our team, which is cool to, like, you know, so it's cool to see like something that's really unique.
Yeah, she's really out there in terms of like ether stuff.
Yeah. So she was a really exciting entrant, and I think across the whole team, like really highly rated.
Yeah, she gets the award for most surprising. Yeah, IMO.
The stream category says Rivals 2 because we're talking about characters for the Rivals 2 contest, but I guess we are technically playing Rivals 1, just to answer someone in the chat.
Yeah, sorry, I can fix that, everyone.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we make up awards for every character? What award would Zoog get?
Zoog is a most illegal character in the contest.
Most Zoogiest.
Category.
Zoog gets the winner on our hearts achievement.
I wish Kells was in the stream. He'd gush about Silverjack a bunch.
Oh yeah, Silverjack was really cool.
I'm updating the stream settings.
People are calling out Mrs. Sandbert.
Mrs. Sandbert. Yeah.
Mrs. Sandbert.
Yeah,
Do you want to talk about Miss Sandbert a little bit? Because people have been asking, like, you know, oh, where did she rank and this kind of stuff.
Miss Sandbert was like really cool, but the thing is, like, it's based off of our own Sandbert, and it's, I don't know, it's like hard to like rank that as a character to get added into Rivals 2 based on, you know, the creation of it. I don't think I have her on here right now.
You do. I have her on my end.
Yeah, I think that's what SBS said is exactly true. Like, several things about her. We love that she's a whole amalgamation from a ton of really awesome creators. It was like, it was like 30 people worked on her or something? I don't remember.
I think it was 30, yeah.
Yeah, and they're all people that have like given so much to Workshop, so it's super cool to see the character, and she's really fun. But I think, yeah, judging her realistically, she got really low in like the lore and like how she fits into the world, and like, you know, the visuals. Also, she has like edits to she's not Sandbert. Her character body is Sandbert, so there was a lot of stuff going on with her visuals. I mean, for one, I love the Mistech animation and all that stuff, but yeah, it kind of ignored a large aspect of the contest, right? So it was like an awesome effort, but it didn't get high, like super high, close to winning on the team, because it kind of lacked some main things of the contest, you know. I think everyone working on it knew that as well, so
yeah,
they're not upset.
Still.
But yeah, people are asking in the chat, so that's our official answer.
Mrs. Sandberg gets the $20 award, because if she won the contest, everybody involved would get $20.
You want to go first on this one?
Yeah, Sarah's really cool. Look at the sprite work. She's really cute. And look at the double jump. That's so smooth.
And also, just as a side note, I believe this is the character's soul rifle used at the Genesis tournament.
Oh yeah, I remember a lot of people saying that she was like really overtuned.
Well, I mean, you have someone like Soul Rifle playing the character, it's gonna look like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing about like some of like the workshop balance stuff too. It's like some of these characters might be overtuned, some of them might not be, but you have someone that is top like 1 or 2 in the game playing it, it's gonna look broken no matter what. Like you look at Maple, that character looks like it needs a billion nerfs after that tournament.
And it again, the balance is not a big deal for us.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It does rank in gameplay. Like, you know, if the gameplay doesn't flow just because hitting jab deletes somebody, like that's kind of weird. But yeah, in general, balance isn't like a huge thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't like talk super technicalities with each character. Like, yes, I'm the programmer, but also like SBS does all the balancing stuff, and Dan does things. So I mostly look at, like, thematically how they do. And Sarah's like really thematically really good. I can't. My vocabulary sucks. Her animations are really good. Her gimmick is Absa 2, I guess. It's kind of interesting to see, just like a weird remix of Absa. It's like, oh yeah, you send out the cloud and it can pop, and you send out the cloud and it does a line between you and it. Like, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's close enough to be an Echo Fighter, but there are similarities there. It's neat.
Yeah, it's a cool mechanic. Just to jump in,
This is
someone
what would
asked.
happen if you gave Absa knives.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
This is what would happen if you gave Absa knives.
Someone asked if we counted like character edits that were done like after the deadline and stuff. So like the original deadline for the contest was the end of the year. It's been a while, so.
And then it was January 14th at midnight. Was the
Yeah.
second one.
We gave 2 more weeks because we were like, some people were like, you know, I'm home for the holidays and New Year's and I'm really close, and
Yeah,
We're
and,
like-
and, it was a valid thing. I was like, yeah, you know, end of year sounds great, like, you know, when you like on paper, but then you think about it, it's like, well, that's like there's like a billion holidays before the end of year, so
yeah, and people are then spending their family time like filling out a form to upload this character and add their
Right.
workshop any files, and yeah, so we just gave everyone 2 weeks. So if it was after that deadline, it counted, and we did I'm sure play some characters that people had updated after the fact, but we also like snapshotted, we got like all the files off Steam like in the original contest ended, and they were also submitted that way to us like in the forum. So I know people did update like the Steam pages or the characters, but yeah, to be fair, like the characters had to be judged as they were like submitted, you know, so people had the same amount of time. Anyway,
People were
we'll probably start another game with this, so I can talk about Ragnar a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll just die real quick and we can. start
wow, what a
another one.
cop out. Oh, I'll just die. Like, finish the game, you coward.
But no, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about Ragnar, which is kind of like a little bit of a sleeper pick for me. Like, he's almost unassuming. You're like, okay, cool crocodile man, and then you're like, you start getting into some of the cool things like the down B, you can pop out of the ground, go between the two of them. If you're on the regular ground, I like how he does the little like, what do they call that? It's
The
like
death roll, like when
Yeah, the death roll the crocodiles do.
yeah.
But if you're on top of the actual sand, it turns into a big ol' like thing, right?
Yeah.
It even hits
It's a rope hit there.
other one too. Stuff like that. I kind of love like I like Lethal League Blaze and Lethal League just the first one a lot, and so this reminds me a lot of Latch, which I don't know if that was the inspiration for the wall cling, but super cool stuff with the up special.
That's best.
And then like he's got like a bunch of like kind of like almost like wrestler moves, like the elbow here. Just I don't know, just a kind of a really cool character. The more you look into it, if you do like, you can charge the up tilt if you're on the ground and throw some stuff at people. Like he's got man grabs that you can do like different directions for different throws. The down is a suplex, which who doesn't love a suplex? But yeah, just like in terms of like what he does is very simple to understand, but it's all very cool in execution.
Very Earth-themed contest, actually.
Yeah.
Like, the winner is Lorena, and then there's Silica, and then there's this guy, and then there's... Actually, that might be...
You know what'd be interesting? I actually don't think we, like, broke out stats to see which element got submitted the most. Because
that would be interesting to look at, actually.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see, like, what fans submitted. I would guess water was probably less represented, but it's hard to say without counting, because there was a lot of entrants.
Well, yeah, because the thing about water in our original Workshop 4 is water was the like least represented originally for that too, and I don't really know why. Because like it seems like water would be like a you know, like, oh yeah, you just do a bunch of water things, and it's like water bending in like Avatar Last Airbender is like super cool, so you'd think it'd be a more common element, but for some reason it's not.
People don't want to animate water.
Chat said that Extended Workshop actually made this graphic, the server, so that's really cool. I don't think I missed that, so yeah. But yeah, I think water characters are hard in general, and also people also want to not latch on, but like we as a studio like have really fleshed out. People joke about like how fleshed out like the fire side of the lore is. So it's also really easy to like get into that and put a character into that story. So like fire characters are also like quick picks. I think in this contest, like fire wasn't even at all like the most, but it's like something you normally see like a more fleshed out character when it's fire, because it has all the fire lore to play off of. Oh, hey, thank you so much. Artists of Seer, you guys want to see this? Okay, 12 fire characters. I don't know how accurate this is, but I'm going to trust them. 12 fire characters, 13 water characters, 23 earth characters, 14 air, 5 abyss, and 4 with multiple elements. And 1 with no element.
Yeah, so it was like the pretty even distribution until you got to Earth, which...
Yeah,
yeah.
There's a lot of Earth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which means we need to make a sand character already. Come on!
Silica. Yeah, someone did ask this, just to get into this, because you know, it's the same question. You've been there the whole time. I'm sorry. People ask, hey, are the honorable mentions going to get into the game? We love their designs, and they were really close to making it. A lot of them for different reasons. The 4, but we're only committing to Lorena. So that was the prize. We even debated like, hey, can we afford to put more, like to also buy these characters, right? Like, and then the issue really comes down to time also, because Lorena is going to be probably three years out, right? So and we've got a ton of our own ideas. A lot of the contests, I've seen this, like, and this isn't like a popular sentiment, but you know, people are like, oh, they're making the contest so they can like get free ideas. And I will say that is absolutely not true, because we, like, the people who are creating stuff for the game. Oh, sorry, someone just walked by my window and said hello. Like, people who are creating stuff for the game, we're also really passionate about this and like have a ton of ideas we want to try and design. So we've got like tons of characters in the works also that we're like, hey, this is a cool thing we should do. So this is more to highlight just, you know, the other devs that make up the community and the workshop community, because then to steal their ideas, you know, right? Forget where I was going with that, because someone's knocking on my door, but I'll let you guys play while I go see what's going on.
Yeah, well, I'll talk about Sheriff Charlie. I promised Beth I would show off Sheriff Charlie. And also, what better time to show off Sheriff Charlie than against another gunslinger?
Yeah.
You know, he's a little unassuming worm, but has some really cool things like his strong attacks lock you out of your strong attacks.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah. And then you know, shoots the gun. Obviously, can reload it with attack and special. Can reload it with the back air if it hits. And then also the side special. If you bounce, you can bounce bullets off of the side special. And then different charges of side specials do different things. Yeah. Otherwise, just a pretty simple character. Very fun to move around and play with. Would you love me if I was a worm? And yes, I would love you if you were a worm.
So over on another server, we have a soundboard noise that's just the Pekung from Star Control 2 going worm. So the word worm is very special to me.
Oh, and I do want to show off this too, because the double jump has a little shoots the gun. You might need to jump into me. There.
Oh my god, it's got a hitbox!
Yeah.
Down well. Okay, but have you considered I shoot you?
I also love like how cartoony he is, like the eyes coming out. Very cool. Howdy.
Yeah, this is
also, look at his hit stun sprite.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
The eyes.
Earthworm Jim eyes. I was gonna say, I don't know if everyone has met. Like, I don't know if Beth's been on a stream yet. I think she might do commentary tomorrow for the dev tournament. But Sheriff Charlie and Silica were, I know, two of her favorites on her rating, high-rated guys. So she has good taste because these are all great characters.
Yeah. Desperado's really cool. Look at him, he's a skull. I'm a sucker for skulls. I'm also a sucker for guns. And like desert aesthetics. This guy is he's like a precision strike on my soul. Look at him. Oh, you can duck under that. That's bullshit.
Would you still love me if I ducked under your shots?
No. Die.
And Desperado was a character that when you showed, like, sent your list of characters that you're going to be playing, I'm like, oh, well, there's one that I will need to find a replacement for because it was going to be on my list too.
Oh, okay. We can do
Super
Desperado
cool.
duels.
Like the ability to throw the head and just, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like I don't normally like puppet characters, but like I was really drawn to several characters that had puppet features to it. Like this one isn't really a puppet character, but like having the little like head placement kind of is up that alley, you know?
Yeah. It's also really impressive that like when you throw his head, all of his sprites have a headless version.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
People don't realize how much work that is.
Yeah. In 3D that would be really easy. You just remove the head part of the model, but here you have to make an entire separate sprite sheet for that.
Yeah. People are saying this is a shootout, the hero and a villain right here. The two Desperado, the two Wild West characters.
I'll mention on Sheriff Charlie that I really liked was that so with the down B and the up B can be kind of easy to get away from people, but they made it so it goes less distance and has a chance of like getting bonked in the head by a rock for spamming it too much. So it really incentivizes the like the camping strats, right? Of just like, oh, I'm gonna run away now.
Someone said show up Desperado F strong with the pole hit. Oh yeah, it enhances that one too. Yeah. That's strong.
Yeah, I think as a design idea too, the rock to like balance the burrow is just genius.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make it like worse over time. How are you gonna do that? Well, he's underground, so I guess we can get him hit in the head by a rock.
It's really genius because it's not as fun when something just like, yeah, this has a number that goes up because it's too good. So, you know, the dev really put some thought into that. That's cool.
Also, something interesting that I like observing, just like in Workshop in general, but it's also apparent here, like, workshop characters have an interesting sort of balance to them that's like just different from the base cast. Like with I don't know if I should point out, but Desperado's gimmick with the loading the bullets, kind of slow. Like it's cool, but I'm not sure how I'd get that in like an actual match.
Yeah, people are, and this isn't like a big point we mentioned before. Like, this really had like no bearing on the end results. But like, yeah, I think people are afraid to have a overpowered character because people
Make your
do.
character stronger.
I mean, the comment section in the workshop, like even on Steam, like people are get heated about balance. But yeah, a lot of times the workshop, which you would think, you know, assume would be crazy overpowered, is normally like underpowered compared to the base cast. Yeah.
Like, and people get flamed for making OP characters, so they fear them. I think they should get better.
No, people do. Yeah. So it's true, and I think it's a totally normal reaction, right? But we're just saying, hey, you have a pass from us if you want to make your character busted.
Oh yeah,
we don't have to get into this,
Learn
but
from later.
yeah, go for it. Anyway, who do we have next?
I was gonna play Vacna.
Oh, nice. Let me flip this back.
Oh, and Riolis. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Also, yeah, the classic meme of workshop characters can't kill. That's less applicable now. But I feel like things are just a little too situational in general. I don't mean to bag on workshop. It's fine. Who's this guy? Oh, hey, we're both fire characters. Neat.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like magma.
I was like, you guys didn't like plan this, but you both keep picking like characters that are like similar themes, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vacna is actually like super cool. One thing that George mentioned earlier about the like evil aesthetic is I like myself a good villain. The character that I have designed for Dan to look at, whether or not that ever happens, is a villain, and just like I like the evil brooding kind of aesthetic. Like I like Ganondorf in Smash Bros. I think Smash also needs more villains in it, and I just love a evil little man. Great.
His silhouette's so cool too. His pose.
Super unique.
The one hand behind the back.
Yeah, very unique.
He's a big character, but also really low to the ground. Riolis is neat. He's a doggy. You don't see a whole lot of quadrupedal characters, even in Workshop. So I like the representation here. Also, his gimmick, surprisingly similar to Loxodon's. So I guess great minds think alike.
Yeah, some people are mentioning the disqualified by Loxodon gang here on the screen. They're saying.
No.
Yeah, that's not how it worked. Luckily.
I feel like if a character's gimmick was too similar to a character that was like unrevealed but still already existed, we would just be like, okay, let's just change their kit to be distinct enough.
Yeah, we thought about this too because we debated between the HMs, like, you know, and the eventual winner. Like, hey, where will this character? Cause we got into like deep discussions. Where will they fit into the lore with these people that are gonna join the full cast? So like, it's actually really important like where their element fits and that it doesn't overlap like other characters. But yeah, it's always just a creative exercise to get them in. So it's not like any of these were disqualified by Loxodon existing. Yeah.
There are no rules. We can change anything.
I guess I can talk a little bit about Vacna. Like, I've been showing it, but yeah, I'll go first on this one.
Go for it.
Put down a lava puddle with down B. Things like neutral special or down B or other things can activate that puddle. I can also do a down B far away from it and cause that to come out. I can hold down B and like throw out the puddle or like even a little rock. Like, look at that. Neat.
The range.
Yeah, strong attacks are pretty straightforward. But yeah, a lot of the specials interact with the lava puddle, which is always
That's good.
Yeah. I don't think the up special does. Oh, it does. It does.
It does.
Yeah. But yeah, the side special is a really cool one with it.
You killed me. How could you do this?
But yeah, a lot of magma puddle interaction and just a chargeable neutral special that bounces. So let's see.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at visual effects on that. That was smooth.
Oh yeah, there is a dash attack interaction with it too. That's right.
Of course, everything interacts with the puddle. Geesh.
Yeah,
and that's something that like looking at it from like a rival's perspective is always really important to us too. Is like if your character has a gimmick, like is it easy to understand, and also like is it cohesive with the kit? And I think the character easily checks both of those boxes.
Oh yeah. Etalus is doggy. Actually, a lot of the stuff that you said about Vacna's gimmick kind of applies here. Like, their gimmick's really easy to understand. It applies with a lot of moves that you're going to use a lot, like D-Strong, F-Tilt, and all, like... And a lot of stuff interacts with it, too. It's just easy to get what happens to it. You don't need to do any extra steps or whatever. It's just... You just do it. I like covering the ground with the lava.
It's satisfying.
Cool. Oh yeah, my favorite move out of all of them with this one is end special, because look at this.
Yeah, it's sick.
Look at that. You like set up a fuse across the ground. And it's got like a dual purpose, because if you... it's a projectile that goes diagonal down. That's really unique art for that. It's like Etalus F-Tilt, I guess? Or Etalus F special. F-Tilt is the breed one.
Yeah, run on needle, but it has knockback.
Yeah. If it lands on a unlava ground, then it makes some, and then if it puts it on the lava ground, then it explodes. It's got the dual synergy. It's just... It does so much. But with one button press, you can just do it. Very good mechanics.
Yeah, also if Dan was here, I'm sure... I don't actually know personally, off the top of my head, like, where they ranked on Dan's scale. Because everyone's was different. But, like, Dan also loves little guys that are little lava dogs. All little guys, so I'm sure it was high. I do know Amanita was... I think Amanita was Dan's, like, actual... Not, maybe, like, number 1 or 2 for his personal list, right? Before we all average and talk things out, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan mentioned...
Well, I'm sorry, I said Amanita. I meant... I meant Awatsu. The A's just got confused in my brain.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, Awatsu does sound familiar for what he was
Awatsu,
talking
yeah.
about.
I'm so sorry, I misspoke. Yeah, but...
There was definitely a tweet that he put out saying, like, this was definitely not one of those times where Dan just picked his favorite and that was it. There was a lot of, like, team discussion, as we talked about in the beginning of the stream, to kind of narrow it down, but yeah, it's so hard to pick between all these characters. It's crazy.
It's so close. Like, the gap between the winner and the honorable mentions and everybody else is just that much.
George, someone's asking what were your favorites.
Someone asking my favorites. I actually really like Sheriff Charlie as well, because I just like the characters that the whole concept in general are really cool behind kind of like Giik side more than the actual like everything combined. But yeah, let me pull up my thing, because yeah, I don't think I was gonna play any because I am running the production here and stuff, but yeah.
There. Oh, you're Coldwood, cool. Meanwhile, I'm picking Ren.
Yeah. I liked Ren too as an early
Ren's cool.
entry. Yeah.
Ren stands out a lot. I feel like they could just be in their own game, really. Like, if they were in the actual Rivals setting, then they would probably be, like, a future timeline character, because they're wearing clothes. Or, like, somewhere in between, I guess. I don't know.
I like how that's the distinction.
Yeah! Am I wrong?
Is Orcane from the past because he doesn't wear clothes?
Yes.
That's actually the future.
Good to know. Good to know. I know what you're saying, though. Versus, it's like a modern clothing versus, like, a cloak and a loincloth.
Yeah, loincloth. And even then, Zetterburn only got the loincloth after like 4 years, so that's like kind of the future, right? They went through a technological revolution. They were like, Zetterburn, you need to wear pants. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. He originally just had the diaper.
Well, because he wasn't in a position of power until after Renburn died, so then they're like, come on, you gotta look a little bit more professional now, you can't just party all the time.
Someone's got to wear the pants in this house.
I guess I can talk about Coldwind first.
Sure.
So, Coldwind's pretty straightforward, but very, very, very fun. In terms of, like, game feel, easily one of my favorites. You can never go wrong with a grappling hook, both to people, to a lantern, to the ground, some floaty attacks. You can also just reposition the lantern. Up special is a nice little multi-swing here. It has a tipper on the top of it. But also, you'll notice there's a little bar on the bottom, and that fills up to... and it takes a while to fill up, but once it does fill up, which I'll hit you a little bit more, then you get like a phantom, and so you become a little bit floatier. And you get like these other phantoms like mimicking your moves.
I just pulled up because we finalized the judging like 2 months ago, just everyone in the chat, because we had to reach out to Savi and Onyx and make sure that they were willing to, complete the paperwork and stuff, and then do all that, and then also start modeling. So we finished it a little bit before the actual deadline, because in case, we had to keep going down the list, right? Hey, if they decline to be the winner, we got to go message the next person, right? And make sure we can announce on June 3rd like we planned. But anyway, so I was looking at my list, and I was looking at ones that we didn't already say, like overlap, because I also like Arquin and stuff we talked about, Cherub Charlie. But I think one that was high on my list that was not on other devs was Seer Cub. The Snaxolotl guy. The axolotl that was the snack-based character.
Oh yeah.
That was honestly one of my tops. They're great.
Ren. That's it. That's all I had to say. Her moveset's really cool. There's a ton of interactions that, like, even during that match, I was like, oh, you can do that with the yo-yo? Cool.
Did you want to play the same characters or switch them up?
I'm gonna play as Ren again. I don't think I got enough demonstration out of that one.
Yeah,
agree.
sorry, I jumped in because someone asked like my characters, but yeah, please talk about Red more.
Ren's cool. I already established that. Her element's like whirlpools, I think, which is a interesting subset to do for water. I really like the beach aesthetic. I'm a sucker for beaches as well. Pretty much anything that has sand, I'm like sold. And her gimmick with like the yo-yo kind of reminds me of Absa Cloud, just because like you send it out and it hangs there, but there's so much stuff you could do with it. You get to hit it with strongs, and that does like the strong attack thing, like Absa's tippers. And you can like send it forward with F tilt, and you can ride on it with F special. And then there's that thing that pops up on the HUD that I couldn't actually figure out how to do. It says attack and up special, but I do it and it does that. I don't know how to activate it. I don't really care. Her moveset is very fleshed out even without that.
Her sprites are well done too. She translates.
Oh yeah. Look at this crouch. Come on. How can you say no to this crouch?
I love those crouches that do that.
I think it's her forward tilt that does the projectile on the ground, right? Yeah,
that one.
I actually really love that.
Yeah, that's cool. I think every rival can... And she can put a status effect on their opponents too? Okay, cool. Her moveset just keeps expanding. Cool.
Yeah, someone asked how do we feel about puppet characters in this contest, and SBS already mentioned that too, that like it's not a thing you said you like in Smash, but you really enjoy like Workshop's take on it, right?
Yeah, I actually said I don't like puppet characters in most things, not even just Smash, like in FGC games too.
Okay.
A couple of my favorite characters were puppet characters in this, so
Yeah.
it's much like I compared it to how I don't like Peach in Smash Bros. So I thought that it was like, oh, I don't like characters with a float mechanic, but then I played Palm and like, oh, I love this character. So had my worldview opened a few times in the last couple of years.
Red's got a lot of gimmick to her gimmick. Like, look at that. That's on up tilt. Wait,
Yeah,
does her not have interaction?
Making the
No, it doesn't. Okay.
the highlight video for Ren was really cool. There was just a lot of things you can do.
Ooh. Oh my god. There's a lot of gimmick to her gimmick.
The same way that Dan likes little guys that are puppies, I think you also like little guys that have the masks, the little doctor's masks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm blanking on the word. Oh my gosh, what is that called?
The Plague Doctor.
Plague Doctor. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that like anti-hero or villain aesthetic that I really dig.
The boogie board. That move feels scary. Ow. Someone said, I like that Coldwind is a fire character. Is he? Oh yeah, he has the lantern, I guess.
Yeah, it's like Coldwind's like kind of like spirit-y, but I guess is more like if you had to like boil it down to something, it's fire.
Yeah. I feel like spirits and ghosts are like cheating as an element. You can make it anything.
Because
like
you
air,
can
like
go
the ghosts.
air because like they're floaty and stuff, right?
Yeah.
We could also like do like, you know, some spectral flames or whatever and make it fire.
Yeah. You can also be water because it's like, oh, it's like healing water. It's like the whatever. I remember Valkyrie, I think that was she was a water element with spirits.
Yes, the walrus.
I didn't realize that Valkyrie was a spirit character. I just figured Valkyrie was just water character.
Yeah, it was like healing waters or whatever.
Yeah, she was like a spirit caller or something. I forget all her lore because it's been a while, but.
Mhm.
Oh, people
Also,
are saying they want to see Yono and Yono's stage. So
Ooh.
we actually were planning to. How close are you guys to the end of your personal lists?
Not the end.
I think that's the end of mine too.
And this is the last
I
one?
was gonna go off one more that I made a video, like one of the highlight videos for, and that was gonna be Tanya.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's show that, and then maybe let's actually chat about the honorable mentions a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Because we wrote about them in the article. I actually don't think everyone's seen like the article based on what I've seen online. So we chatted a little bit about like why we liked those characters and stuff, but people don't always
Oh, there it goes.
see it if it's not in
There you
video form. Oh, you did.
Yeah,
You were warned about it.
I did know that some of those could crash the game, or I guess disconnect the lobby. I saw some comments on that on the Steam page. But yeah, so we can definitely do some of those. I actually don't have the stages downloaded right at this moment. If you want, I can back out, George.
Yeah, since we crashed anyway, here I'll throw us on the screen and you guys go grab.
Up your camera settings. We'll see.
Yeah,
Because we changed our order in Discord, so
Oh man, your
sorry in advance to the stream.
hair dried way better than mine. This is a disaster. Both our showers. Yours turned out good. And Geek's just
Yeah,
looking, he's got the long flowing locks already. So,
I've had a shower or two in my day.
oh
My hair
no.
is just pure frizz.
So yeah, give me like a minute and I'll get some of the stages.
Yeah. Oh no. I just realized what your point was about. I didn't know you were going to close the game.
Yeah. Well, I have to close the game. I guess I should have waited till I downloaded them and then closed the
Yeah,
away.
right then. That's
Okay, hold
totally
on, hold on,
fine.
hold on. Don't move the cameras. I got this. So I'm gonna put the game back on, and then I'm going to get some of the stages, and then I'll quickly turn it off and back on.
Yay! It's fixed.
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna show off one more. We're gonna grab some of these stages. I think in general, I'll just touch on this briefly, because we really wanted to do was highlight some other characters too in this stream. So thank you, everyone, for bringing yours, and maybe we'll play a couple. Actually, while the game's closed, does chat have any that they really think we should be playing on screen? Because I think I've seen some in chat.
Stages you want to see, because apparently I already had Yono's. I thought I didn't, but apparently I did.
I didn't. So I think it's good that we crashed.
Yeah, so Yono's is Postman's Guild.
Do you both have the honorable mentions already installed, or did you just? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, I've got the honorable mentions.
Didn't know if you guys
I've got literally every character in the contest installed.
Okay, nice.
And Zoog.
Yeah, I had all the characters, just not their stages.
And Zoog.
Oh yeah, we went out of our way for Zoog.
We did play Mako already, or Mako, however you pronounce that. Yeah. So I'm seeing Rudra, Arcarid, Gemma.
Oh god, we can't play every character.
Yeah, we can't play everyone. Rosso, Mario. Mario.
I don't think he was part of the contest, guys. Also, while we're here, something that I kept in mind, I don't know how much the other developers really factored it in, but
yeah,
something that was important for me for judging the characters was like how well they represented their element. Like you can put an element on a character, but if I have to like keep guessing what their element is, it's like, maybe not the best one. Which is why I like Silica, because you can tell she's sand. She's made of sand.
Yeah.
So, a lot of my other favorites are like, okay, yeah, this is their element. They keep doing it.
Yeah. No, that's a cool point. Yeah, I mean, yeah, true point. It was definitely in that like story lore category, so a smaller category. But yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Is your game back up?
Not quite yet. I'm looking for the Helios stage.
Helios stage, cool.
I don't know what it's called.
Someone in chat, tell us the name of the Helios stage.
Because I had Awatsu's and Badra's actually. I guess I just forgot I had stages downloaded.
Yeah, because we tried to clear like some of the stuff out of the.
Okay, so I don't think he. No, he does not have a stage. Okay, cool.
Helios Town. Yep, that was it.
It's Jules Vale again.
Jules Vale again. Yeah.
Does Lorena have a stage? I think she does, right?
Everyone does not have a stage, and it was additional. Yeah, so.
Yeah, let's just see.
The stages did not have any effect on the judging of any of the characters.
Right.
Yeah, this is a character contest, not a stage contest.
Yeah. It was very cool to have it.
It was really
extra.
cool to see them with stages, but yeah. So Geek, I got the Awatsu stage, and I got Yono and Badra.
Okay, how do you spell Badra? What's her stage?
BH. Oh, sorry, the stage name.
Oh, it's BHA. I was doing BAH.
So was I at first. Apparently, like a couple of them, like when you download the character, it downloads the stage too, because they marked it as a required thing for the character to work. So that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
So, oh yeah, I gotta close the game and reopen because I just got the stages.
You want to add grab Gemma, and did you already do that?
Is Gemma a stage?
No, it's a character
Yeah,
Giik.
I've got all the characters.
Oh, you've got them all. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like add Gemma.
Pop it open.
There we go. Launching
And-
again.
And I have
Except for
relaunched
the-
the game. Cool.
And there we go. Okay, it's back.
Fine. Boom. Blammo.
Someone's
Yeah.
saying the Iwatsu stage isn't public yet, but I was just kind of able to download it. Let me see if I can see it with the.
Well, we can.
We're developers, so
Yeah, check the status of it. If it's not public, I don't know if the dev wants it to be seen. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we can
Oh
see
yeah, okay.
we can see hidden stuff because we have developer access on Steam. It always kind of weirds me out because I'm like, oh yeah, why is there 7 versions of this character? Oh, because they're test versions.
Okay, yeah, their stage is indeed hidden.
Okay.
Dang, okay.
Good to know.
It looks cool though. You should finish it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Maybe you want to show off the other. You said you had one more character, SPS, and then we can show off like a pair or something that chat just mentioned. Then we can talk about the HMs because, yeah. So someone said, oh, there was an article, and yeah, there was a Steam article that briefly talked a little bit about the honorable mentions and La Reina, like why she fit in. So we'll go in after that. Oh, we loved the joke entries. Someone asked what our thoughts on them were.
They're the best ones. They should have won. Mrs. Sandberg should have won.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. I got
You got it.
game screen on. Yeah.
I'm playing as them. Okay, I forget their name, but I remember those colors. Ooh, sounds pretty.
Madra stage.
Yeah.
And obviously you're playing a Watsu. I've got Tanya. Tanya is a really, really cool character. Like a lot of really long and neat animations. Some side special stuff that can like sling you around. Neutral special to throw out flowers. We did actually do a highlight video with her, but yeah, she's just super cool. I just wanted to kind of show off some of the animations for her.
Watsu's also a worm.
Yeah, Awatsu was one of those characters that when I played him, I like before even looking at the Steam page, I just kind of knew what everything did, and that's always a plus, right?
Yeah, very cohesive.
Oh, cool. We have some people in Tanya's devs in chat. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
I like how with the Watsu, her gimmick just kind of activates when you button mash.
Yeah,
You don't need to do
like,
anything
oh yeah,
specific.
I do think bubbles come out, and if the bubbles come out, I can hit them into people, and you're like, wow, I figured it out before having to look anything up.
Yeah.
I do know we have a lot of devs in the chat.
Yeah.
But I just meant it's nice to I see someone's name say that's mine. That's cool.
Yeah, especially because we specifically have theirs on the screen right now.
Yeah, I will
my
say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Giik.
My controls screwed up again. I don't have any strongs on my stick.
Oh,
That's why I'm just doing tilts.
Yeah, so Watsu was. So yeah, like earlier we were showing off some of our personal favorites here, but Awatsu was an official honorable mention for a few reasons. So I think I mentioned that Awatsu was Dan's favorite, his personal like #1, and just the animation, like the way the character moves to, not even just like the actual animations themselves, but the whole like design and idea behind it is very smooth and like unique feeling. Just a really, it plays really well. It's just fun to slip around with, and her element to like you guys already mentioned. Just I'm sorry, I don't know if actually I don't off the top of my head I don't remember what's his here.
Bubble?
But yeah, in general, like the bubble mechanic is just so intuitive and fun, like without even having to think about it.
You just fling bubbles everywhere. You just mash, brain off.
Also, it's where I learned the word saponaceous. So, you know?
Yeah, you taught us things. It's great.
Yeah. This dev taught us. They won our hearts and our minds. We learned something playing video
Their
games.
vocabularies.
So delicious. That is not what I said. Saponaceous.
So delicious, bootylicious, or something. How's that song go? Fergalicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna play Watsu again, but this time with Strongs.
Yeah, and I'll pick one of the other honorable mentions.
Yeah, and we should go to Yono stage because it's extremely pretty.
Yeah, I think I saw. Maybe since I think we did get on this HM train now, but I also did ask for some chat suggestions. Maybe we'll show like 2 of those characters because it was just quick. But maybe Gemma and have either of you played like Flo or Rosso? You guys pick. Maybe.
I played Rosso a little bit, so I could play either of those for sure. It's been a minute for Rosso.
Yeah, you can play. Maybe you play Flo and Geek try Gemma. I don't know if like everyone has personally played all these even any recently at all. So yeah.
One thing that's very important to know about me in Rivals 1 and even Rivals 2 is I don't get to play the game like casually very often right now. It's been very busy. Like you think like, oh yeah, you're a developer for the game, you must play it all the time. And it's like yes and no. Yes for, you know, work stuff but no for like the fun parts of it sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of playing the game for work is just like, hey, can you join this lobby and make sure it doesn't crash? And then it crashes.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. Yeah. All right, we'll play a couple. Yeah, like I said, a couple of the characters just to show a few more that weren't on our personal list, maybe, and then do the HM. So someone asked how many honorable mentions there were. There was 4. So we officially highlighted 5, Lorena, and then the 4 honorable mentions. So the honorable mentions don't receive a cash prize, but they have their own icons in Rivals 2. So we're doing a I don't think even that we had really talked about this like much in the contest. It was like in the official rules, but not, you know, it wasn't like a thing they were competing for. But yeah, these 4 honorable mentions, you get custom icons that are going into the game now, and the developers, like anyone on the team of those characters, is gonna. I love this character. I actually forgot who they were based on their name until I saw it. Anyway, sorry, but yeah, so the dev teams of these honorable mentions, like Owatsu and Vajra and Yono, and they're gonna get icons they can give out to their friends or whoever they want, however they want to make them available. I think we'll be fine giving them to the players, but it'll be like special thing just for their team or their prerogative to give out. So that'll be cool. Something that is no one else really has.
Yeah. So, Flo.
Whoa!
A very cool character in terms of concept. It's very out there compared to like a lot of like the ones that we saw, right? Kind of similar to Badr does have a little like grind mechanic, but it's something that you put together with 2 cones instead of something that's like Vadra's is just like, you know, you throw a neutral special and it can grow, right? This one, you put out the cones and you're just like, yeah, we can grind now.
Wherever you want, yeah.
You can also put the projectile and have it grind too. It's just like the character's movement's really neat because like the lore of it is essentially like goes so fast that that causes like fire sparks is I think what the lore was. And
Yeah, is there element sparks?
Yeah, like fire sparks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that, but I wasn't like super sure.
Yeah, just a really fun character to move around with, as it probably looks like, because, you know, you've got grind rails that you can drop off of by letting go of the...
That hit you a lot.
Yeah.
They put a gimmick on air dodge, like... That's crazy. Look at that.
Yeah. Neat character.
Really cool character.
Also, the back air is really interesting too. Down air also does like a kind of like grab you and pull you type thing. But yeah, a couple of the aerials are very unique from anything that I've seen in the contest.
Yeah, no, that is true.
I don't really. Also, they're taunt.
Oh.
Ah! Back.
Yeah, I do love this taunt.
Obviously, the noise is like fantastic because it's it's the Bradshaw honk or whatever. But the way that the legs move with just absolute gusto in it is great.
This is how everyone should do everything in life. Just full, full effort. Honk like
I love
flow.
the sounds of the spring.
And by the way, this is the Postman's Guild, right? This is Yono's stage.
Yeah, this is Yono's stage.
So,
Oh, you can just hold down jab.
for people who haven't
You don't need to mash it.
seen that in chat, Yono has a lot of lore too, which is pretty cool. And also father abandonment issues like me, so just really like great character.
What the?
I'm just kidding.
Look at this Dacus.
Oh yeah.
Whee!
I'm just
my
saying,
controls
people went deep in the lore. Okay, chat. Like, there's some heartfelt backstories about these characters, and we read them. You made us read them.
But well, I
We were
really
happy to
like
read
their
them.
really low friction on charging strongs. Like it's not just Dacus, like even just running and charging as strong is like
Yeah, it's like you like take the movement of your of the actual thing. It's like you can do a jab out of it and like tilts out of it too.
Nah. Whee! Flow's
Alright.
cool, flow's smooth.
Have
Alright.
either of you played Gemma before?
I will have to remember by seeing Gemma.
All right. How about you play Gemma, and then Giik play one of the honorable
I
mentions?
played every character to some extent, right?
Yeah. That you know what to do, though.
It'll come back to me.
Yeah, and then Geek can play an honorable mention, and then we'll have the next 2 honorable mentions left. So that'll be like a perfect ending. Yeah.
Ooh, look at their palettes. Ooh.
He
Ooh,
was
I
a
like
skater bird. He said, "See you later, bird." Yeah, Flo is a cool character, and
that. Get any more obvious?
yeah, some of the ones too. It's even hard to remember based off their name versus like their visual. Like, as soon as I saw Flo, I was like, "Oh yeah, know this guy." Chad is saying, "Watch out, that Gemma is complicated." So you have
Oh boy.
30 seconds
How do we play jump in 30 seconds? How do we
to
figure
figure
it
out how to
out?
beat Badra.
Oh,
Yeah, I will say about Badra while SPS is messing around on Gemma is that they were very close. I know a lot of people's favorite as well, like to win the whole contest. So we also thought they were really cool. Obviously, the honorable mention. They were more divisive across the team too, I think, where someone like Lorena was really a slam dunk on like everyone's sheet. Badra was just obviously like insanely polished, like great lore, like fit immediately. Like we knew it was a super high quality character. Is what I'm trying to say. Like the polish level was off the charts. We saw him at Genesis, right, and even before that, like his trailers and stuff, like just really top-notch character.
yeah.
The lore too is fun. It fits in, and so yeah, he was just one of our favorites, but not like the unanimous winner. Is close. It was close.
Yeah. Yeah, like nobody was unanimous, except for Lorena. She had the most like.
You're right though. No
acceptable.
one was unanimous at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Very divisive, but everybody had to come to an agreement eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
I
We can
figured out
compromise.
yet.
I think my personal, so Dan's was like was a Watsu of the honorable mentions. I think my personal was Yono.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. What does that mean?
You know,
Yona's just really good. He's an honorable mention. Come on.
yeah, the father abandonment issues, and yeah, it makes sense.
I'll wait till you play him to talk about him. But yeah, so we want to take over this one.
I really like Vadra's Nair. Look at this animation. Woo!
Yeah, it's neat.
Woo!
Yeah, Badra's animations in general
Mhm.
are awesome, and the rail.
Mhm. Also, look at Vadra's crouch animation. That's adorable.
Yeah, the little smile.
The crouch animation is like the best place where you can just kind of show their personality. Well, I mean, every move is, but crouch just kind of happens.
Yeah. And that's definitely something in this contest, honestly, that I think really no one missed the mark on. There was just so
Yeah.
much personality in like all these characters.
Everybody's so appealing. Doggy.
Yeah, and that's just mentioned again for people who are here again like later. The whole general level of polish on these compared to like the first workshop thing we did is just mind blowing. Someone said,
yeah.
is there a Badra stage?
Yeah, we played on it already, but we can go back to it.
Okay, so I guess some people were confused because they're like Badra, but no Badra stage.
I'll play Yono right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we
What
already
if
played
did,
on Yono
Yono
stage
Ditto?
too.
Yono did it was fine, yeah.
Sweet.
Yono.
Really doing the FedEx versus UPS battle.
Sponsored by.
I'm seeing if any of his palettes have either of those.
Oh, it's got a Swiftwing skin. I forgot about that. That's cool.
One of his skins is just white. I like this one though.
Yeah, so speaking about personality in general too, Yono definitely had that in spades, and also like a really nice take on an element that we kind of love this sense of humor too, where they're twisting it as airmail.
Yeah.
The mail is a great element, but they did take it like very seriously and made like quite a in-depth backstory about like how this fits into the world, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
We'll
Or
do Yono stage first, and then we'll do Badra's after this one, because it makes more sense to do it on Yono stage.
Yeah, Badra stage is beautiful too, the gold. So like, it's a nice one for the last set. So we'll be wrapping up soon. I think we were only shooting for like around an hour or two, and we're coming up on 2 hours.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
a lot of rivals. And we still only touched like what? Like 10, 20 characters? Out of the 80 or so that
Yeah,
was on the list?
yeah. So the ones we showed again were ones that these were some of your guys' personal favorites. They weren't like the next. They weren't like a next honorable mention or something. So the honorable mentions are just these four: Yono and Badra, Helios, who will be our last one shown, and then Awatsu. And I think it'll be fun. Maybe I'll see if Sabi and Onyx are down to get on the stream, maybe, and we can talk about Lorena, the actual winner.
Yeah.
Male gaming. We didn't do Helios yet. I think Helios will be our last. A little bit of Helios gameplay in chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
I'll
had
play some Helios, and you can play whatever. But we'll go to Vadra stage.
Silica again.
Okay.
Silica.
Silica gang.
Yeah, my favorite move is definitely down air with Yono, especially because it works with the mailbox. It's so cool. I think Yona's best move might just be up air, but my favorite move is down air.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of an up air. Bonk. Let me do my gimmick. Oh my god, stop killing me.
The sounds are really fun on Yono too.
Sound design is amazing. Ah!
And then the little air dash too, like he's one of those characters that like the more you play him, just like the more you just unlock. It's great. Like it makes sense right away, but then like you're not gonna be a master of it right away if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I love how his up strong sends him like into the air too, kind of like Hodan charge up tilt.
Giik doesn't get to play the gimmick stream. That's just every time I play against SBS. He's so good. He's great.
My bad.
No, it's fine. Somebody in chat said that.
Yeah, chat's also mentioning how Yoko has this charming rapid jab on when he twirls it and stuff, and yeah, that was just also one thing that pushed us into an HM for him. Sorry, not the jab specifically, but he has so much personality in general behind everything.
Oh, it's like a running theme. Everybody just has a bunch of personality.
I mean, it's cool when you're trying to make characters someone cares about. If you can make something they can connect with, it goes a long way. So yeah, definitely a lot of these characters that made us want to know more about them. And yeah, like we said, we have like different warring factions on the dev team. Like this is who I want to win. This is who I want to win. Like people became real fans of the characters that you all made. So
Silica.
they're really great. Yeah.
Just ended already.
I also want to talk about the Nair. The Nair is so cool. It's like Eliana Nair, but like on a delay for the back hit. Kind of. I don't know. It's a neat one because it's a big heavy bag that can just kill off the sides, but like has a forward swing and then a delayed back swing. It's neat.
Oh, cool. There's Fuzz Lol in the chat. The creator, one of the creators of Yono.
Oh, nice. Hello.
Hello.
Cool bird.
Which character was I gonna play next? It was gonna be
Helios was the last honorable mention,
yeah.
and then whoever else we want to, maybe just someone else can do like another character, whoever they'd like to though. But I think we're kind of wrapping it up. Maybe we'll take a couple questions and just wrap it. But yeah, we'll try to end around 1 p.m. to 2-hour stream.
I've seen a bunch of people mention Rosso.
Yeah, we talked about Rosso earlier. We didn't play him, so yeah.
Yeah, this guy. He's got a gun. What's with all the guns? That's like 3 characters with guns.
He's like a lot more than just like, yeah, like you were saying, like a lore appropriate gun too. It's like the laser sniper rifle. Laser sighted sniper rifle, yeah.
And he's got rocket launchers. Out of all the gun characters in the contest, this is the most gun.
I mean, it's literally Terminator. It's awesome.
This is his jab, okay. I forgot a lot of this character's moveset.
Yeah, we will mention Helios real quick too. I will. That just, yeah, this is another character where I think early on in the contest too, because this dev did like a massive trailer for his backstory and like showed a lot about him, and it caught our attention. And then, you know, even then the character itself, once we got our hands on him and started playing it, it just like really fits in like a Rivals character. I don't know your thoughts on the gameplay, SPS, if you have any, but
So I really like his normals, like a lot. So like if you go above me, Geek, his up air can be like a kill move if I just hit fall it, but if I let it go through, the second hit drags down, which is super cool. His forward air, the front hit of it is a like diagonal down spike, and his down air is like a backward spike, and so all of that, like, you have a character that has a gimmick of like pool balls basically, and you have to hit them around to like, be effective using that gimmick, which I don't even think he even needs the gimmick to be a cool character, to be clear. But like, in order for this gimmick to even work, you need cool normals. Otherwise, it just doesn't, right? Because like, how are you gonna knock around these pool balls and make it useful without the normals? And like, I don't know. It's something that really stands out to me. Is like just the innovative, interesting uses for a pool stick. Because I mean, you could just be like, oh yeah, it's like a sword, right? But like, it's used completely differently than like any other sword character I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
The entire screen is your pool table, says chat.
Also, have either of y'all noticed that the cliffs in the background are dog-shaped?
I did not realize that.
I did not, and they definitely are.
That's great.
Ow. Rosso feels like they should have their own game. Like,
Yeah,
thematically,
really cool.
I think it's a little bit of a stretch with Rivals' lore. Even with the future timeline is a thing, but
Definitely
dude,
future timeline.
yeah. I want to see this guy in his own game.
I actually think in Rosso's lore he is like basically sent back as Terminator, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I read it.
Terminator.
Yes. He's like sent to hunt Claren. So he ties in, I think he does tie in a cool way. But
Yeah.
fitting in, in general, we'd have to get creative about some of the bullets and guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, this
great.
didn't disqualify anyone, but yeah.
Yeah, if we did put this guy in Rivals officially, we'd probably just go with like a laser thingy. Or just make it plasma again? I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can shoot out of a gun that aren't bullets. Oh, cool.
Yeah, some people asked about this. Ooh, this is great because we have Giik here on stream, which is rare.
Hi.
I mean, he's been here all day
Yeah,
so
been here
far,
this whole time.
but if you're just realizing this, chat. But yeah, so Giik basically has done all of the programming for Rivals for the last 4 years. So Trevor and Dan moved to Rivals 2 like around 2020. Obviously they're involved with like decisions, but Giik is making things code in the game. So Giik did all the other work characters, and he knows how hard it is to add them. So people are, what I'm getting to a question is, people are asking, are these honorable mentions or Lorena, or is anyone going to be officially added to Rivals 1? And the answer is
No.
is no. Exactly, yeah.
The workshop 4-pack that we did was almost a miracle. It got done. Geek can talk about it more, but as someone that wasn't even involved in the actual coding, more just like testing and stuff, just dealing with like how the game engine was accepting the new things and the almost exponential growth of the game. From like a balance perspective, it's like one thing would be added and something else on a different character would break. But Geek can talk about all of that and also what you had to do to get them into the game from workshop.
Oh my god. So getting them in game, like getting all their movesets and stuff implemented in game took about like a month and a half or so. Because like they were already partially implemented. There was a lot of stuff to refactor, but still. Getting them working with all the menus and the metagame stuff took probably over a year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So people don't realize Or they do, but they just don't think about it. There's Abyss runes. If they're an official character, there's Abyss runes. There's milestones. There's score screens. There's leaderboards. There's tutorials.
Tutorials took a long time, yeah.
Even forgetting things. There's stuff we have to add them, character stuff to the website. We have to do all this stuff. So like adding these characters, while cool, would be at least a year of development at least. And we are past that. The code base is on its last legs. I will say.
I cannot believe that you had to recode every character from like scratch, basically. I was just like, oh yeah, it's a workshop character. It just works, right? Right, Todd?
Yeah. So Rivals 1, like getting stuff actually working in the game, because it's grown so much, is Workshop is much more efficient system where we let you guys actually upload stuff and what we let you access. But yeah. A regular character is very strange. So
yeah. Like, not to throw the previous programmers into the bus or anything, but I'm like very surprised you guys managed to get up to like Shovel Knight, or even like or even up to Clarin. there was like nothing there for me to actually just get them in there.
George may know more about this, but my question is actually, because I joined the team officially post Game Maker Studio 2, and my understanding, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that when Game Maker Studio 1 to 2 swap happened is when a lot of like the difficulty in the code base really occurred.
Yeah, that was a big leap.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
changing it from Game Maker Studio 2 to the latest version would also be a gigantic leap, so we're like technically on an older version right now.
Yeah, this is similar to why like it's very hard to update console and things too, because in software development, I won't go on a tangent like too much on this, but like the companies that you're putting the game on their platform, like Microsoft and Nintendo and stuff, they want you to be using the latest version of stuff, so it works, it's compatible, and it's secure, and things like that. And it's not so easy to just update the engine for a game. Things inherently change in just like how the engine calculates things and what works. So yeah, it's tough. And Rivals is a really old game at this point. So we're coming up on 9 years, 9-year-old game.
10.
Which is crazy. 10 years.
Yeah, because
I think it was 10 years since the first announcement.
2015 was the early access. Dan actually tweeted out the 10-year of Zetterburn like being playable or something like that a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And so like the actual 10-year of early access is definitely coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rivals 2, please.
The original Steam Greenlight was like towards the end of 2015, I think. So I was thinking of that date in my head. But yeah, I think Dan and Flashy might have actually started on the game in 2014. So yeah, that makes sense.
I remember I picked it up at a Halloween party at my house that I did not want to have because my roommate was having it. So I just found something else to do. And I picked it up at a Halloween party in 2015, and the rest is history.
Yeah, there was in 2014 there was only like Smashboards links for the game, and then 2015 it was earliest access. Yeah, this
I actually remember when I was in my field camp, which is basically like the geologist's like thesis, like it's what you have to do to finish like your college degree basically. I was in Southern Utah University, and I was like hanging out with their people to play like Smash 4 and Melee on my free time because it was like a 5-week course. And there was one guy who wouldn't stop talking about Rivals, and I just was like rolling my eyes about it, like, oh my god, who cares? And then when I finally picked it up, like not even like 3 months later, I was like, wait a minute, this game's fire. And here I am now.
You know who that guy was?
Oh yeah. I actually talked to him somewhat recently. His name's Finn. He's from like the St. George, Utah scene.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Finn and Uli were a couple of the people that played Rivals out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry I had the didn't have the game screen up because I think we were just showing the HMs, and this is like a bonus game, so I put you guys back on the game screen. This is
Yeah, I decided to play a Lorena game while we were talking.
yeah. La Reina,
Well,
the actual winner, and the winner in Geek's Heart, Silica.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Rude.
Great taunt. Yeah, I think we will talk about Lorena more in depth in a future stream, like I mentioned earlier. So if we can't get their devs on the stream, which is fine, you know, if they don't want to, it's a lot to be put on a screen and ask a lot of questions. We will still, either way, I think we'll still hold maybe a Lorena stream, and we can show off some of our concept art and some of our models for her and stuff, right? Because she's a different, as the actual winner, she's got some cool stuff going on that we can show.
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
chat
yeah.
about some of our even like design ideas so far for her in Rivals 2.
yeah, I'd love to actually like hear from the Lorena devs, because as someone that, you know, is just on the back end of things, I don't think I've ever even actually talked to them, like even in text. So like having them on a stream would be super cool if they're down for it.
Yeah. Someone asked if Lorena has a theme. I don't know if they meant like music theme or what, but yeah, I think her character theme is like ferromagnetism. Like
Yeah, it might have been the character, like the windscreen theme, because it was the default
music.
one at the end of the game.
Yeah. So she'll be fun to talk about. I guess we can take a few questions because it's been 2 hours, so or me personally, maybe running out of steam. But anything you guys want to talk about, Geek or SBS, so we'll take a few from chat and then we'll go.
I picked up some mangoes, so I've been able to continue on a little bit longer. But
Nice.
yeah, go ahead. Geek.
Sustenance. I don't really have a whole lot to say right now.
No, that's fair. Okay, so people are asking, were the theme songs the characters going to be used in Rivals 2? If they had one, you know what? That is a good question, because that was one of those things where like the stages and the music and stuff, like they didn't actually they weren't like something we scored on in the contest, but they were really cool. With the music, so all the music is through our partner, like Rezo Force and Flashy Goodness, and so we'd have to really ask their opinion on that. So I don't want to speak for them. I don't know what would happen, but there was like stuff we've done in the past that workshop creators have done, workshop composers have done music with, and they've like spoken with the audio team, and hey, the audio team's like, yeah, I'm gonna take this theme and do this, but
Yeah, like when we added the 4 workshop newcomers, they're not really new anymore, but
we don't call them newcomers, yeah. 4 years
like
old.
for the music, we looked at the original themes that they were made, but even if they were like originally composed and not ripped from anything else, then we were like, we don't want to remix at anything. So we just kind of used them for like a loose sense for what the theme should be like. So I'm assuming it's gonna be the same thing for La Reina. It's not gonna be like a remix or a cover or anything. It's just gonna be something inspired.
Yeah, exactly. Inspired by is maybe a good way to put it. Because yeah, like they'll take a motif, but they're not gonna, I think, just copy paste their song into the game, because they're gonna want to put their spin on it so it fits in Rivals.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Especially because like Rivals 1 or like has a little bit more, in my opinion, of a chiptune vibe to some of the songs, whereas like Rivals 2 being not pixel art, like kind of translating that into like there's a 3D game is a interesting little like, you know, task, right?
Yeah.
Like even like, you know, like Raster's theme and stuff is different in Rivals 2, just to make up for the difference in like style overall.
Yeah, different instruments and all that. It'd be fun maybe to get some of the audio people to talk about that in general. But yeah, they really put a lot of, they're really like amazing at their craft, so they would have a lot to say about it. It'd be cool. Yeah. I saw a good question from somebody that was well, not a new question, but just to reiterate, to make sure people know that Lorena is coming in a while.
Yeah, it'll be a bit.
Yeah, they're like, oh, she's gonna be out like before release or something, and this is So I mentioned like even if we do, our goal is to add new characters. I'm sorry, not, our goal is to add all of the original characters from Rivals 1. They will all eventually come to Rivals 2. We also want to sprinkle in some new designs we've done. So we already got stuff planned. And Lorena, I think right now we're not even really saying a year, but it's going to be at least 2 or 3 until you probably see her. So yeah, we'll a fun thing about her, I think, like a normal character, we don't like to tease too early. It's fun to like reveal them with like a trailer or something, like we did a trailer for this. But Lorena, everyone already knows about her now years in advance, so I think it'll be really fun to just also show updates on her, like, hey,
Ooh.
so we started like a model for her, but
Right.
in another year we're gonna start like animating her, and like we can see like what this looks like and talk about it. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that would be like a good opportunity to do like a dev vlog kind of thing, because yeah, just show progress updates, and it's like this is how we get a whole entire character into Rivals 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that with like during 2020. I took a chance at pixel art and like did a custom skin for Claren, based on another indie game, Hyper Light Drifter. Very workshop, 100% mine, not sponsored by the team at all. But during that time, I had an update, like a thread of like, if you want to follow this, I'm just gonna post like every new animation as I finish it down there, and I thought it was a fun way to like, one, keep myself accountable, but also two, like show people like how it was getting made, and also how much better I had gotten over time too, because some of the first like animations were pretty rough and got better over time.
Nice. So people are asking about the 9th character because we have shared that will be revealed for Rivals 2. I'm sorry, that will be playable in the next beta. So yeah, we are going to announce soon where you can see the reveal, because you obviously get to play the 9th character very soon, in 2 weeks, basically 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. And for those that pay attention to the Kickstarter, it is a returning water character.
Could it be?
Finally, Forsburn is coming back, who we showed in
Man.
2019.
That's so true.
Finally, Eliana, we're switching her to water because it's Steam.
But
Yeah, Steam is
returning
water.
character could definitely mean Hodan, Etalus, or Kane, or just Rano again. Honestly,
Rano 2!
Rano too.
Rano 2. I saw a couple other good questions. Let me look real quick.
Sift through them.
Yes.
Like sand, silica gang.
Like Silica Gang. Shout out
Rano
Silica.
2 Zug.
Rano 2 is just new.
We've already given Zoog too much of a highlight today, to be honest. No more Zoog gaming. Here's a question that says, anyone on the Rivals team revisited any of their own workshop characters when designing for Rivals 2? So the principal, I'll say like this, the principal designer, I suppose, is Dan, and secondarily like Trevor, but there are a bunch of people also pitching characters. Giik, you want to people mention workshop character design specifically, so I don't think a lot of those people have like workshop versions, but Giik has a workshop background.
Yeah.
You have a character in mind you're thinking of trying to pitch for Rivals 2? I don't know if you necessarily want to share
all
anything,
of my
but
workshop characters.
yeah. It's a new
Like-
character, right? So it's not something that's taken like from your previous designs, I guess, to their question.
Oh, like, am I like designing anybody new specifically?
Yeah,
for Rivals?
they're asking like, hey, are you revisiting like workshop design and trying to fit it into Rivals 2 or something?
Kind of, yes. I have a little character concept just kind of brewing. I'm not like putting too much stock into it, but I think it'll be good if I manage to finish it.
Nice. Yeah, but most of us aren't designing like from a workshop character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an example, like my character that I have designed is completely in like Google Slides docs. I haven't put it
Yeah.
into Workshop or anything.
Yeah, there's a few character pitches floating around like that from other developers. It's not like part of any official plan or whatever. It's just
Right.
people like characters. They want to get their ideas in.
It's like, yeah, in your free time, well, you work for the team and you have fun, so why not make something and just kind of throw it at the wall, and if it sticks, it sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly. That's what I mentioned earlier too about like people talking about the ideas and stuff. It's like, yeah, we definitely have plenty, and for good reason, because it's just fun. It's just fun to play with this kind of stuff when it's what we're doing. Here's a good question for Giik. First of all, thank you for asking this question, because I feel like when we have like artists and programmers on, people don't always ask that much stuff that is we could take advantage of. Okay, they said, would it be hard to put available to choose online characters first, like in the menu? They said it'd be easier to select from the first few pages than 40 plus pages of characters.
Why do you have 40 plus pages of characters?
Like, how you're just getting closer to the camera.
40 plus pages of characters isn't that crazy if you just never delete them. The only reason I only have 19 pages is because I only have the Rivals 2 contest characters right now, and I have to like delete stuff off of them whenever I run like a workshop tournament and like get new people on there. But like with just the Rivals 2 workshop characters alone, that's 19 pages.
Yeah.
Is this possible to do? I'm not going to put you on the spot too much, but
I could look into it. Anything involving the actual like list of workshop stuff is kind of crazy. I could give it a shot. No promises, but it's not impossible.
yeah. That was actually pretty mean of me to ask that on the stream and be like, what do you think?
No, it's fine.
'Cause, yeah.
Pretty much anything involving Rivals 1 programming for me is like, okay, it's probably possible, but how much of a nightmare is it with the previous code? That's just like a big variable I don't know anything about.
Yeah, we are.
It could be super simple. I could just be like, oh yeah, just filter it out when it makes the list. Or Sylvanas could break again.
Yeah, there's things that I know like we've like pitched to, you know, the general team. I'm like, oh, this one will be really easy, and then these ones will be really hard. And sometimes it's like the opposite. Like the ones that we assume are going to be easy, like are basically impossible.
Yeah.
And then the ones that are hard, it's like, oh yeah, I could do that actually. It'd be really easy. It's like, I honestly don't know what makes things easy and what doesn't. So it's just weird sometimes.
Good to know.
Really
Chad is
just
saying we don't need Sylvanos, so if he breaks,
I'm okay with that.
that's fine. Yeah.
I'm a big Sylph hater personally.
Yeah.
Hate the buggy. Yeah, you know how Dan said before, like, oh, we want to eventually have every character from Rivals 1 to Rivals 2, except for Sylvanas.
That's not true.
Gone. Dan just forgot Sylvanas exists.
Yossi, another dev that's been working on Rivals 1 exclusively, is also big Sylvanas fan. So I know he's really cheering for Sylvanas. So I was coming back. Don't worry.
One person at this point.
I think Sylvanas will be a lot cooler to me with a shield.
Dog shield.
He'll be
cool, yeah.
big. He's so wide in Rivals 1. He'll be huge in Rivals 2.
Well, I guess I meant like with a shield for the opponent, so that way like you can deal with him in different ways. But, yeah, thinking of him being long and with a shield, that's gonna be weird actually.
That's hater behavior. You're like, I think Sylvanas would be cool if I'm playing against him and I can shield all his stuff.
Yeah, dude. I'm a Sylph hater. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Yeah.
I'm brave.
Like all the shields in Rivals 2 are spheres, so Sylvanas would just be like an oval.
Yeah. He's
Be like a
very long.
baguette.
We'll have to figure that out. He'll probably wrap it around himself for something. Sylvanas is not. We have not.
Oh, when he
started.
I got it. When he shields, he's gonna probably curl inside of himself, so like his head and tail curl in.
Yeah.
But also, it would be really funny if it was the regular shield, but his tail's poking out of it.
And that'll be the only shield poke in the game.
Yeah, we have a really great art team right now, so I'm sure they're gonna kill it.
Chaco said Sandy spotted, so
Standees.
Cool standees
Nice.
that you made.
Heatwave Raster. Nice. Yeah, so I think everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I think we'll do maybe another little one of these more focused on Lorena, just to talk about the winner even more. And,
Special one.
because we haven't said much about her, and there's a lot more to talk about her. Because this was mostly to highlight, some of our favorites.
This was to highlight the others.
Right. Yeah.
Lorraine is gonna have plenty of time in the spotlight.
And I see a lot of chat asking like some general Rivals 2 questions and stuff, and I don't want to leave them all unanswered. We do have to go, and I will say the dev tournament is tomorrow. That stream will be live, so that'll be a great time for us to answer more questions. So yeah, I think bring it up then tomorrow again, and we can chat about it.
Do you know what channel dev tournament's gonna be on?
So the dev tournament is backer only right now. It's not always, but it's backer only for people who have access. So, and then it goes to a VOD, so everyone can see the VOD immediately after. But it's on like a private YouTube stream. So yeah.
Cool. I just know last month we did it on Pirate Software's.
Yeah, it was on Thor's channel last month. It was a special thing. That was awesome of us to have us over there. That was a lot of fun. But yeah.
Yeah. If you're a backer, make sure you're checking the Discord, and you'll get pinged for it, and watch our tournament and ask some questions.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad someone said in the chat, DM. They're like, DM, it doesn't work. We can, if you're a backer that needs access, we can get that in there. And I think we also talked about making like a public Q&A stream soon. So yeah, it's getting towards Q4, so there's more we can share and more we can talk about. People are asking for a reveal date. No, still Q4. No date, but you'll all definitely know when there's a date. We are on track still. We are not pushing any delays or anything. It's just that we're not quite close enough for the exact number. So yeah, anything you guys want to say to everyone before we leave?
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the amazing submissions. It was really a lot to go through in like a good way. It was stressful to go through, but also in a good way, because there was so many cool creations for this. So I was very impressed with the community's ability to like pump out characters of such quality and like in what I thought was a little amount of time. But yeah, it was great. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead. Sorry.
Something I want to say, actually, if you submitted something for the contest and it didn't quite make the cut, like if it didn't win or like get the honorable mentions or anything like that, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, you still managed to make a whole ass character. You managed to do the sprite work and the coding and even like a little bit of sound design if you had to make original sound effects for that. That's a lot. Managing to actually finish it and getting it to the judging stage is extremely impressive, and you're not even getting paid for it. Like, it's a mod for a game. Like, if you could do that, you can just like try game dev. Like, get Game Maker. It's the same language. It's the same coding language. Like, try it a little game jam.
Yeah.
Don't lose hope.
People did ask too. I saw like really early on in the chat, there's a question like, is game maker experience like useful at all? So like, yes, it's like a specific engine that's like a certain type of project you normally see created in it, but our whole team is game maker devs for Rivals 1, and yeah, there's a lot of great games that are made in Game Maker. So yeah, this is real experience and even if it's like not specific language experience, there's still the whole process is just really like a great thing for like learning and growing in general. So
yeah,
the polish again like the polish this contest was ridiculous. So
it was ridiculous. Like, some of y'all need to make your own games.
Yeah, and we really do mean it. Like, we really became like fans of these characters. Like, people, like I said, people on the team, some of them are like, my new main is a workshop character, like one of these characters. Like, I don't play any of the base casts like anymore. Or we have people warring over, who's gonna be the chosen one, and our whole process and rating was really difficult. So yeah.
Yeah. Also, Choco said, shout out to Yossi's platform fighter engine. Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't want to deal with a whole bunch of base code for a platform fighter, and you still want to put your characters in something original, try out that. I can chill it because Yossi's a programmer for us.
Also, a game being made in that platform fighter engine is actually Sentinels, which is two Rivals players are making that game, LBO and Dr. Nitronio. But they're making it in Yossi's platform fighter engine, so I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out of it, so
Yeah.
check it out.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again, everyone, for watching and for playing the characters that people made, and for the devs who made the characters. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, we know it was a lot of work and blood and sweat and tears. So yeah, it was awesome, and we'll maybe do a little more on this later. But for today, that is it. Goodbye.
goodbye.
Yeah. Bye, chat.
See
All
ya.
right.